Welcome everyone and welcome to another Age of Sigmar Bat Rep, and today we've got a special for you, Stormcast Eternals versus the Maggotkin of Nurgle. Now I'm actually not playing in this game. I've got two friends over. I've got Michael Healy from the Blacktown Games Workshop store coming in to play, and he's playing against good old Timmy G and his Stormcast Eternals. Off the back foot of CanCon, we had a successful run, especially Tim, where he had a chance to get into the top 10 of CanCon. Unfortunately, he went down in the last game. But out of all the club mates, he ended up doing the best out of Western Warriors. So, he's had a good run and he's very happy with that result. He's added some Draco lines along with the Lord Arcanum on Draco line as well. So he's keen to test it out. And as for Michael, he's painted a Nurgle army just for this bat rep alone. So he had to finish off his greater unclean ones. And knowing Michael, he finished that off in record time. It's all the armies are fully painted. Try to get some close-ups of the armies because they look gorgeous on the table. And today we're going to be playing the Relocation Orb. As you can see, the setup. Yes, there is an easier way of setting up this particular battle plan. Thanks to Ken, new club member, he's showed me a good way to do it. So basically, you measure 12 from the middle, and then you measure 12 out from the middle onto the halfway mark of the table, on vertically and horizontally, and that basically gives you the deployment zone. Much easier way of doing it. Because looking at the battle plan, it definitely looked like a sort of math algorithm. So yeah, it's certainly an easy way to do it. Okay, so Relocation Orb. Just let me bring up the battle plan for you guys so you guys can have a look. So it's actually on the third table. It's scenario 6 from the third table from the General's Handbook. So the objective of this battle is 4 to control one objective. It starts the battle located at the center of the battlefield and changes location at the end of each battle round as described below. When determining control of an objective, each hero with an artifact of power and each wizard that is within 3 inches of the objective count as 20 models instead of only 1. So yeah, nice to have some artifacts in your army. If you got a battalion, you've obviously got the leg up. And it changes location. So as you can see on the table, it's going to change every time. So it's possible for the objective to relocate several times in a row if the relocation roll is a 1 or a 6 each time. So it can get pretty hectic, and it can either come to you really fast or move away from you really, really quickly. So it's important to keep up with it, and as long as you can defend it for 1 round, especially if you go first, because you're only scoring 1 point if you go first, and if you take it back you got 3 points. So if you've got movement shenanigans, it's going to help you out big time, and you're obviously going to have the advantage. Also, another thing to keep in mind is that the sound wasn't really working at all in the first maybe hour of this video, so you're going to be hearing me talk a lot, commentating, and then about the hour mark the sound start recording. So we'll start off with Michael's army list. He's got the Nurgle, and he's running the Thricefold Befoulment Battalion. So he's got a great unclean one, and he's the general with the command trait of Grandfather's Blessing, equipped with the Bar Blade, Massive Sword, and the Wither Stave for his artifact. And for his spell, he's got Favorite Boxes. The next great unclean one, Bar Blade, Doomsday Bell, and he's got the Endless Gift artifact along with the Sumptuous Pestilence spell. Oh, that sounds so kinky. And of course, you've got Rodigus, who's at 340 points, costs just as much as the other guys, and he's got the Glorious Affliction spell. And of course, he's got the Lord of Blights that makes up his heroes. And for his units, 30 Plague Bearers, 5 Putrid Blight Kings, 10 Chaos Warriors, and of course 10 Chaos Warriors at 180 points. Still do the work. So yeah, you know, they're -1 hit along with 5 up, feel no pain. And the spells, now he is running the Umbral spell portal, but unfortunately he left those 2 models at home, so he's borrowed my Geminids. So if you see Geminids pop onto the table, they're actually the Umbral spell portal. And that's Michael's army list for today. Moving on to Tim's army. Yeah, like I mentioned earlier on, he's changed some of his list that he ran successfully at CanCon. Let me just bring it up. There we go. All right. So, running Stormcast Eternals with the Anvils of the Heldenhammer. So if you don't know what that is, basically extra shots, extra piling, which is lovely. Lord Arcanum on Celestial Stormsong. What the hell is that? Oh, that's the name of his Celestial Dracolite. All right. Nice and narrative, Tim. I love it. So he's the general, Deathly Aura for the command trait. The spell is Celestial Blades, and the mount trait is Pride Leader. The Lord Arcanum on foot. It's got Terrifying Aspect. Lord Castellant on his name is Kelios Lightbringer. By himself, and the Lord Relictor with Soul Thief. His units on the table, we got the Liberators, and Liberators, as you do, and of course the Evocators on Dracolines. Yeah, really good unit, solid unit. Dishing out the mortal wounds, and of course, you know, they're fast and they can get in there, attack, do all their damage on the charge, and at the end of all that, they get to do some mortal wounds. And 2 Fulminators, and of course the heavy lifters of the game of his army list. If you ask me, it's the 9 Vanguard Raptors with long strike crossbows. So yeah, he's got that in his list, you know, to pew pew all the big scary stuff. And that's Tim's army list. Alright, so this is Michael's deployment. He's putting down his Plague Bearers. Just going back on the scenario itself, the Relocation Orb. The Relocating Orb, sorry. Yeah, I really like the scenario. It's, you know, it generates a lot of randomness, you know, it could come to you, or it can go away. But that being said, if it does move away from you, you've got an ability to countercharge. And of course, counter-charging and getting the objective on the second turn will earn you 3 points over the 1. So yeah, I really like this scenario. This was one of the games, one of the battle plans actually at CanCon, and yeah, I really enjoyed the game, even though we didn't finish, but it was such an enjoyable game that, you know, my opponent and I, his name is Dane, no, we didn't really care. It was such a good game that we were so engrossed in the cinematics of it all. So yeah, more deployment going on. And of course, Tim's got some stuff deployed in the sky, in the etheric realms, or whatever you want to call it. We just like to call it the sky because, I mean, technically that's where they're coming from. So the units he has up in the air is the 9 Raptors, the Lord Arcanum on the Dracoline, along with these 3 Evocator mates riding the Dracolines themselves. One of his newly painted units, one of the new stuff that Tim's got. Yeah, really nicely painted. Really great work on the details there. And you can see Tim deploying the Fulminators just behind that building there, so no line of sight from the Great Unclean Ones, and of course from Rodriguez's Deluge of Nurgle spell. top spell, you know, you can cast it anywhere on the table. And as long as you have line of sight, you're going to be doing some D3 mortal wounds on a 4+. So we'll zoom in on some of the. I'll show you some of the close-ups of Michael's models.
Yeah. Is there a point for me going first, other than trying to get AVP? Let's see. That's how it's going to go.
So how many command points do you have? One? One per turn?
Yes.
Alright, so what we have here is just Michael putting the spells and the abilities next to the respective greater unclean ones, so well, hopefully it doesn't forget who's got who and what's got what. And Tim just finishing off his deployment there as well. So yeah, I'm hoping to do more Age of Sigmar battle reports. It'd be nice to have people over to play the game because I find that it's more relaxed. You know, obviously I can record more footage and let the guys play. It was a particularly hot day when we recorded. It was about 40 degrees outside, and unfortunately I've set up in the garage. So you're actually going to see some flies just, you know, running around the table. It just looks fitting because there's 3 greater unclean ones and there's flies just hovering around the table. Alright, so the deployment markers have been taken off, so it's time to get it on. So Michael's finished deploying first, and he's got the choice of who wants to go first. Checking ranges as you do. So yeah, if you're keen on more Age of Sigmar battle reports, help the channel out, subscribe, give the video a like, and hopefully I can get some more content up onto the site. But yeah, you know, I'm mixing and matching between Age of Sigmar battle reports and Vanguard, as you may have seen. So yeah, if you want more Age of Sigmar content, yeah, let us know. So turn 1 is underway, and you can see that the Feculent Nalmor has been deployed at the center of the table, and Tim's got first turn because Michael's given it to him. Alright, here, so you're going to see Tim move up the Liberators towards the Nalmor and the shifting objective. Should I say relocating orb? Yeah, so you know, most Stormcast armies I see these days, they mostly got Sequitors with the Lord Arcanum, I believe, on the Griff Charger to make them battle line. They are 20 points more, so a little bit more dearer. They certainly do a lot more, so they've got more abilities, but I just find that for 100 points, 5 Liberators can still do the job, especially in the current meta and the current tournament scene. I mean, they still do their job. What are they? 2 wounds each, 4 up save, re-rolling 1s. They get to, I believe, re-roll against certain models with 4 wounds or better. And they got a built-in reroll battle shock. So, you know, yeah, I mean, for 100 points, you can't go wrong with that, especially if you want to spend as little points on your battle line tax. Certainly still do the job. Alright, so that's going to conclude Tim's first turn, and he's got the 1 point for securing that relocating orb with the 5 liberators there. And we're going to move over to Michael's turn 1. That big piece of rock just in the bottom right hand quadrant, that's actually a piece of arcane terrain. So yeah, he's put all these great unclean ones near it, so you can help him out with casting. Help him out with Deluge of Nurgle, and I'm thinking of the other spell, Plague Wind. So yeah, it's really going to help him out. So you can see on the table that the Geminids / spell portal is down. Once again, it is a spell portal because Michael left his model at home, so he's just borrowing my Geminids.
So Tim trying to unbind Michael's Plague Wind spell, and unfortunately he wasn't able to unbind it. So he's gonna cop some D3 Mortal Woundsy. He's checking out ranges, and it looks like he wants to target that Incantor. So 3d3, you'd think you'd take out 6 wounds, but unfortunately it doesn't do it. Leaves a couple of wounds left on the Incantor, so Tim's very lucky there. Still got the Incantor hanging around.
Probably because of that such shit luck. Like it flies onto the general. Yeah, sure, whatever.
So it looks like Michael's got his Deluge of Nurgle off, getting 3-4 pluses. Still wasn't managed to able to kill that Incantor, so he's still hanging around. And he's targeted Liberators here. Does a wound. What else is he going for here? Looks like he's going for the Relic or the other unit of Paladins. Oh no, they're not Paladins, they're Liberators. There is a character right behind him, so put a couple of wounds there. So yeah, Deluge of Nurgle, pretty handy spell, you know, table wide, a 4+. You can pick a unit, and it does D3 mortal wounds. So you're rolling 7 dice to start off with. You're gonna average about maybe 3 or 4 pluses. So you know you're targeting, you know, your characters that you can't reach because it is table wide. So yeah, it's a great spell. 7 to cast. Not the easiest thing to cast, you know, it's 50-50, but you know, if it does go off, you're going to be picking off some wounds here and there.
4 plus 1 more. So it'll kill him from the Arcana.
So again, we're on Michael's turn 1. Looks like it's his hero phase. And we're moving on to the movement phase now. Yeah, so the Chaos Warriors are running towards the relocating orb there. And again, Tim's up 1 zip so far because he was given the first turn by Michael. It's a good play, so all you have to do is go second, and he's going to move up those Chaos Warriors to claim it on the second turn. So looks like he's going to get 3 points at the end of all this. So that concludes turn 1, and it looks like we're rolling off. Tim rolls a 2. Oh, and so does Michael. So they haven't rolled for the relocating orb just yet. They're going to do that now. So 1 to 6 moves twice, and it looks like it's going towards number 2.
That direction. Yep. It's going to go to the 12-inch box there. So it's oh, it's going to be like 12 and 12. So 12. Yep. 12 that way. So also it's going to be on the edge. So like, yeah. It's on the edge. It's on the edge. Yeah. Put it like, it's more like. You play that. Yep. So it just bounces once. So if you're only 1 of 6 bounces.
Ah, okay. Oh, lucky.
And table let you make the first turn.
So Tim's given Michael the first turn in the hopes that he can get 3 points for going second. And because Michael's further away from the objective as well, he's going to have to, move up. And he's going to have to probably move away from that arcane scenery. So turn 2, Maggotkin, and it's the hero phase, and I'm not sure if you've noticed, but the Incantor at the very top is gone, so that's been taken care of, and the Liberator's in the middle where the Narmor is. It's been reduced to 5 wounds left. We got a wound marker there on the Liberators, so that's one less thing for Michael to worry about with the Incantor at the top there, because at the moment the objective is sitting where that Witch Fate, not Witch Fate Tour, but Death Knell Watch at the very top. So that's where it's sitting at the moment. So yeah, let's jump straight into the movement phase, and he has summoned on a little base there of Plaguelings or whatever the hell they're called, but they are taking the objective. It's just sitting on the rock. Next to the objective, just on the bottom part of it, and he's run up his Blight Kings along with the Lord of Blights just behind him as well, and yeah, he's just setting up his Plague Barriers so he doesn't get outmaneuvered with the drops, because 9 Raptors, 3 Dracolines, and Lord Arcanum on Dracoline is still waiting up in the sky to be deployed. Yeah, he certainly doesn't want that on his flanks. So charging in with the Chaos Warriors just to get rid of those Liberators in the middle there. So fair few hits, and yeah, not so well with the wound rolls. So there's 1 Liberator remaining. And of course, you don't really expect the Liberator to do much against all those Chaos Warriors. With -1 hit and a 5-up, feel no pain. So turn 2 this time for the Stormcast Eternals, and Tim was pretty lucky because he didn't flee with that last Liberator, as you can see here. Yeah, he didn't flee from Battle Shock, but he's running away from the combat there to be within 6 of the objective. That's going to be 1 model for Tim. Yeah, pretty uneventful phase for the Maggotkin on turn 2. Although he did manage to get rid of the Incantor. Yeah, I think he put it. I'm pretty sure he was able to cast Deluge of Nurgle again, and put a couple of wins here and there. Because I remember Michael was rolling hard for that spell at the start of the game. But now he's going to contend with 9 Raptors. So here they come onto the table. Just, trying to find a way to be within 30 inches of that Great Unclean One. Michael's deployment was pretty good with the Nurgling base there, because yeah, so he had to be within 9 inches away, more than 9 inches away from that Nurgling base, and of course the Chaos Warriors are there too. So he was trying to fit as many models as he possibly could within that 30-inch range, as you do, I suppose. He really wants to take down one of the Great Unclean Ones just to reduce the effectiveness of the hero phase. And of course, you know, it doesn't hurt to get rid of a Great Unclean One during the process. So let's drop the Raptors down. Should be a lot of fun. Whoa! Dracolines are down. So the Dracolines have been deployed as well onto the table, getting ready for that very pivotal counter charge. He obviously wants to be close to that objective, but at the same time, you want to remove some models because there's quite a few plague bearers there. They're a big roadblock, and yeah, they help towards capturing the objective. But Dracolines, they're going to count as 20 models because they are a wizard unit, along with the Arcanum as well. So that's going to count towards 40 models towards getting that objective. So this is the shooting phase. He split the shots with the Raptors, one onto the Nurgling base, so Michael's taken off that Nurgling base. So Tim's got that objective. And the other half is going towards the Great Unclean One to the very far left. He certainly warmed Michael's heart when he found out that he's going to split shots, because he certainly didn't want all those shots going towards the Great Unclean One. I suppose at the same time, you do have to look after the objective. At the moment, well, back then anyway, before the Nurgling base was removed, it was being contested, so it was well played. Well, it was very good deployment because, it helped out in two factors. One was to secure 1 point for the objective, and of course, it increased the range of where the Raptors and the Dracolines would be deploying after dropping from the sky. So charge phase, in come the Dracolines onto the Blight Kings. It's got a reroll charge ability.
So it doesn't have disgusting result.
Full length.
Yeah, just a quick little video of how beautiful the paintwork is on the Dracolines and the Lord Arcanum as well.
Split shots, Mike. I'm gonna have to, because if I fail the 9-inch charge.
Yeah, just discussing with the charges. Certainly didn't want to fail that charge. Unfortunately, the Fulminators just there on the left, they did fail that charge. So they're going to have to wait a turn for them to get into combat. Would have been really good if those Fulminators could get rid of those Chaos Warriors, because they are acting as a solid roadblock for Michael at the moment. So, into the combat phase, Jackalion's activating first to try and take down as many Blight Kings as possible. He's on the charge, so the claws are going to be doing D3 damage. So it's taken down 2 Blight Kings. Probably expected to do a bit more than that, but I guess 2 less Blight Kings is better than 5. Warriors of Chaos going next against the Liberators. That turned out to be a pretty meh fight, I guess, because yeah, it did look like he lost the model there. So yeah. So Blight King's going in now as well. Want to try and do as much as he possibly can. Yeah, so the 6s to hit end up being D6 wound rolls instead. So that's a nice little rule. I honestly thought Michael would go for more Blight Kings, but I guess if you've got 3 Great Unclean Ones and the Rodigus as well, it's gonna chop some points. They are 340 points each. It looks like this is the roll for initiative. Turn 3! Bit of a fist pump there from Tim. He's very pumped. So I guess he's won the roll. So we're rolling for the Relocating Orb now. And it's going to move, I believe, to the eastern part of the board. Yeah, there you go. So they've already marked it off. Wow, this is huge for Tim because that means he's gonna have some control. And like I mentioned earlier on, those Dracolines, they are wizards. And he does have a Lord Arcanum there, so that's gonna count for 40 models. So with Tim winning priority for turn 3, he's going to take the first turn because I guess he's feeling confident that he can defend it if he were to go first. Give him the extra point while denying Michael 3 points in the second round. And I think he could do it too because, yeah, again, he's going to have 40... Well, it's going to count as 40 models being that close to the objective with 2 wizard units. So, I think it's well played by Tim. So he's going to take the turn, and after 3 turns, yeah, after this turn 2, sorry, it's we're locked up at 4 points apiece. Alright, so I think I can do a bit of a time-lapse here. So we're going to double up the speed a little bit, and he's going to shoot the Raptors in the... I believe it looks like the hero phase. He's got the command points to do it. Yeah, it looks like he's changing up the command points there. Yeah, definitely measuring from the Raptors. So it is the Raptor shooting, and he's going to go towards that Great Unclean One. Oh, there's a few 6s there. All right. This is part of the game that I didn't see. So, yeah, just looking at it now, yeah, it was really good movement, really good play from both players. Yeah, so the anvils of the Heldenhammer really kicking into effect now. He looks like he's using another command point. What's he gonna... Oh, he's gonna pile in with the Dracolines. Well played. So, anvils of the Heldenhammer get an extra attack, pile in attack. If they're wholly within 18 inches of the general. And of course that Lord Arcanum on Dracoline is the general. So those Dracolines getting in there, pumping those Blight Kings. Few attacks going off. What do we got here? There's a few. Oh, there you go. And the unit is gone. Wow, well played. So, those Dracolines and Tim measuring whether they're 3 inches away. His intention was to be more than 3 inches away from the Lord of Blight. So, they're going to be able to charge again in his turn. Or, of course, be able to secure that objective. So we're going to see what Tim does. And, yeah, let's continue on with the movement phase in Tim's turn. So it looks like he's moved the Dracolines within 3 inches of the Plague Barriers, getting ready for a charge. I guess, if the Dracolines do charge, he can put them in a position where they're still within 3 inches of that objective. Count towards 40 models. Thus safely securing that objective, I'd say, if he has that many models contesting it. And the Raptor's moving up. Supposed to get within range of the Great Unclean One. And it looks like he's measuring towards that Lord of Blight. So he wants to... it looks like he's gonna half the shots again. I suppose if you have that many options to shoot at, 9 Raptors, more than likely to do the job. So yeah, he is splitting towards that Great Unclean One and the Lord of Blights, so this looks like it's on the Great Unclean One first. That's the armor save roll, which is failed, so these are the disgustingly resilient And now onto the Lord of Blights. Now I believe because the Lord of Blight is a mortal unit for the Nurgle, he doesn't have the disgustingly resilient rule. Yep, and the Lord of Blight is gone. So a pretty effective shooting phase from the Stormcast Eternals onto the charge phase, and Fulminator's easily in this time. Not going to fail the second charge, and of course the Dracoline's moving in place. There's 2 rolls there, so I'm assuming that was a reroll. So he definitely wants one of the Dracolines to at least be within 3 inches of that objective, and I'd safely say that he's going to be able to do it. Checking the Holy within 9 inches as well from the Lord Arcanum. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to time lapse it because we want to get closer to the part where there is sound. We'll just quickly get through this section here, but basically he's moving on to the Dracolines. Yeah, he's measuring the 3 inches, so yeah, he's in. No dramas there. So we're doing the combat with the Dracolines and the Plague Bearers, and it looks like Michael's getting ready to roll a bucket load full of dice. These are his saves. He's saved quite a few, so that's not too bad. He's got to be happy with that. So as you do, he's removing models away from the Dracolines. So yeah, we're getting pretty close to the part where the sound does start to pick up again. So I won't be doing any commentary on that part. So you won't have to hear my voice anymore. So this is the bottom of turn 3, so Michael's got his turn coming up. So he's dispelled his spell portal and he's just going to recast it again. He wants to get a cheeky, maybe Deluge of Nurgle, maybe even a Plague Wind. Try and reduce the wounds left on those Dracolines. That'd be my play, but of course, not very good. These guys are a lot better than I am. Alright, so we're nearing the part where the sound does kick back in. You might have to turn your volume up just a little bit as well because the sound, but it's not as clear as I'd like. But yeah, this is turn 3. The scores is 5-4 So it's a very close game. 5-4 in Tim's favor. And hopefully we get to see you at the very end for the result. So thanks for listening to my voice, I guess.
Class Glorious Afflictions from Rodigus is its second spell. What this does is halves your movement, and yeah, you can't fly. So cast on an 8.
Cool.
Yep, so they have Glorious Afflictions.
No, they can't fly anymore.
The unit's move characteristic, any run or charge rolls for them are also up round.
No.
Alright, so all I've got left is Plague Wind.
Yeah.
So +1 casting from Arcane. It's going to cast on a 10.
We'll try and unload.
Nope, goes up. So I'm going to pick a point within 14 inches of this. It's going to be... So how many wounds left on that? There is...
1, 10.
10 wounds left on that. And that guy's got 7?
Yeah.
7. This is a bigger threat. So I'm going to take out some of these ones. So I'm going to do 3d3 onto the Drac Lines.
Okay.
3d3 mortal wounds. 5.
So 1.
Yep.
And then 4.
Yep.
On this guy.
Alright.
Oh. It's the prime, but so one that within that. So the prime's taking the 4.
Yep. And then...
One of the dragon.
Okay, we're going to need to get something over there to cap the objective at some point. Which means I think I have to send all my great undead ones over there this time. So I'm running out of armor. Contagion points, score 3.
Yep.
1, 2, 3, and then on 4+. So
I'm not in your deployment yet, am I?
that is 1 win. Alright, moving phase.
Sweet. So how many danger points do you have now?
4. So,
Nobling base.
let's
These go.
see.
Goodness.
That might be useful. These units have, this has a +3 move because of the bell. So they're currently moving 8 when I run them. 8 plus 3 is 11. 11 inches. Let's see. 11 inches to... inches. 6-inch movement. 11 inches. Try to stay within 7 on. So they can charge. They can charge. What's 11 inches?
Do you have to be wholly within of the normal to be able to run and charge?
No, just within 7.
Just within 7, isn't it?
The book didn't get hit by the holy runes.
Yeah. Because it didn't sound familiar.
Great ungreen. So we move. Let's say move Rodigus first. So move him around over to here. So +3 move gets into 8 inches. May as well run. Oh, I've got to make charge. Let's go. 8 inches gets up to there. 8 inches will go up to there. 8 inches will go up to there. Go.
Do they all have 16 wins, or does Rodigus have more?
They all have 16 wounds for save. That will be out of shooting range, unfortunately. So I think. Yes, I'm not shooting. Alright, that is my movement phase. Shooting phase, nothing. And then charge phase. So let's charge. We'll go. How many do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's not gonna be enough to tap it. Let's destroy a unit. Double turn is like what I really need. Let's see.
forced to take the second tier to 3 points if you don't cap it this turn.
Maybe. Because you've got 1 point, yeah, and need the 3. At least one to catch up. Yeah. No point charging Plague Bearers Lobster. This guy though. We'll tie them up and you'll get the charge bonus. So I'll attempt to charge with this great one. Yeah. 4 is a fail. I do have command points. Yep, I'll spend a command point. 7, I think that's a fail too. 7.5 gets up to. I think I just outvalued 2
Just
millimeters.
like literally a mil.
2 millimeters. There we go. Alright, that is.
So bees dig.
Yep. That is the end of my turn 3. So, priority. Okay.
You've got the double.
So you have the choice. So we'll move the thing.
Sigmar card.
Yeah. It's going to be 5, which will be towards me.
Ooh.
So 12 inches directly here.
The game
Oh,
doesn't
no.
want me to play anymore.
Oh no.
Yeah. Also, this happens. So rampant disease, I'm definitely taking one. Actually, do I want to? No, I might lose a great amount because he's going to shoot one of them off.
You
I kind of have to take the 1 point and hopefully he doesn't get the 3. Keep it
Yeah.
tied and then hold out. That's the plan. So I'm taking it.
Okay.
So rampant disease happens first. So D3 units get hit for D3 more wounds. So 2 units. It's going to be.
Then.
Let's go. Yep, that unit D3. 2. And let's do the.
So he'll die, and then he'll come back, and then he'll die
Yep.
again.
Okay.
So don't take another wound on this guy.
And
That's
that I'll pick Lord Arcane. 2 more wounds on it.
Can you decide if that ability goes off?
It's 18 inches, not even wholly with him.
Just spin in.
Just first time
The first
friendly
time.
Stormcast. Oh no, sorry.
This
When
unit.
a friendly Stormcast
4 plus.
dies.
Nope, they're fine.
Okay.
Healing D3 on this one. 2, so down at 10 taken. Yep. Alright. So, spells. So, there's no more worse. Worse selection is gone yet. Oh gosh. Let's see. Plague Wind will probably nuke. So that's a 1 inch that. He can cast Plague Wind and measure it from there. And then he can go. How many wounds left on this one? Full?
5.
Full 5. Alright, so. What I'll do is. Plague Wind from this guy. So 14. First things first, Deluge of Nurgle. Fails. And then I'm going to cast Arcane Bolt with this guy. And it goes off on 8.
Yeah.
So 18 inches. I'll target. Yeah, the one at the back. So 1 more wound on that. And then I'll cast. Let's see. So he's got 2 spells to cast. Mystic Shield. Plague Wind. Mystic Shield and Plague Wind, I think is the one. Oh no, he's going to cast the. Grand. Actually, you can use that anyway. Yeah, I'm going to use his command ability before he's dead to flip it down. And I'm going to go to Nauseous or Revulsion, so reroll wound rolls 6. Just so it's sudden expand around D3 more wounds again. So yeah, that's his command ability. That's once per game.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to cast. So he's got 1 more. He's got 2 more. So I'm going to cast 2 spells. Alright. I'll take 2. So David Box is good work. Alright, Plague Wind. I'll do Plague Wind from this guy. Here we go. It's gonna fail. Even if I +1 and +1, it's still gonna fail.
Yep.
So Plague Wind's done. So he's still got 1 casting. He's gonna cast Mystic Shield. Goes up.
Yep.
Just on himself.
Yep.
Okay. And this guy's just got 1 more because he's cast Arcane Bolt once. And all he's got is Sumptuous Pestilence, which will do nothing. Rodriguez has cast his Deluge, and he's got what do you call it? Glorious Afflictions. So Glorious Afflictions on Rodriguez. Cast on a 10.
What's that?
It's one that halves movement and charges at running. Yep.
10.
So 21-inch range. I'll put it on. Let's see. Yeah, I'll put it on that one. Alright, hero phase, done.
I don't want to knock it out.
Movement phase. Movement phase. I might go and try and charge that. Right, that's the fun. So moving up to there. And moving up to there. Moving up to there. Now the rule for the bell is if you start your movement phase within 7 inches, you get +3 to your movement. So even if I move away from it, so that's good.
Yeah.
Alright. Did they get a full Overwatch? That's how they work.
Like 6s to hit.
So they can move up to 8 inches, which will be 3 inches up. Just on that daisy chain over that. Alright. So still on training points. Let's see. Alright, shooting phase. I've got the Great and Clean one onto the Evocator.
Yep.
This is going to do D6 attacks, I believe. D6 attacks. 3. Hitting on 3s. 2 hits. Wounding on 2s. 2 wounds. -2 range, 1 damage.
So 6 up for your own ones. And 2 damage.
Yep. Oh, 1 damage. So.
1. Yep.
Alright, that's my shooting phase. Charge phase. Bring and clean on into the Evocator. 7 inches. Can make it. Cool. Distance to it. Alright, now, go through all my rules. So, roll dice for each enemy unit within 1 inch on a 4+, D3 mortal wounds. Yep, D3 mortal wounds. 1.
Yep.
And then, its attacks. So
These guys?
Oh, yeah, charge. So. Okay, there we go, 11 inches.
2 more.
So, 5 of disgusting resilience. 2, goes through that. Cool. Alright. Great, Lima?
Yep.
So it's got the massive, the belt. So the Doom belt is 4 attacks, hitting on 4s. That's 2 hits. Wounding on 3s. I get reroll 1s to hit and 1s to wound when there's 2 other greater demons in range.
Yep.
So reroll 1s. So 2 wounds at -1 damage.
5 up.
Nope.
2 damage. Take it.
No more. And then I've got the bar blade. 3 attacks. Hitting on 3s, rerolling 1s. All hit. Hitting on 3s, rerolling 1s. 3 -1, 1 damage.
Okay.
Cool.
Raptors.
So 3-inch palm. Yeah, 3 will hit, yep. Check your holy within 9 as well.
Yeah, that's what I'm making sure.
Alright, attacks.
So 2 birds. And then 3 stocks. And then 3 fours. 4s and 3s. 4s and 3s.
1 minus
Again.
5 fails. 1 dead.
1.
turn. Alright, my attack's back. Just one.
Yep.
4 plus. No. Alright, I'm gonna score 1 VP.
So we're tied on 5.
By 5, your turn 4.
Generating connector. Warding lesson on these guys.
You're gonna shoot.
No. I'm gonna try and teleport them. And there you go.
Okay. Over there, actually. Yeah.
Yep. Because this is wholly within 18.
Yes.
I have the ability to just blah.
Unless you failed the roll.
Yeah.
Then you just
If I had failed it, it would have been hard for me to
we'd have
gain
to
this
just shoot
point.
them and then shoot them.
He's going to lightning storm them.
Yep.
Yep. D3 and -1 to hit.
Filter. Disgusting resilient. Maybe. So do I suffer any? If I don't suffer any wins?
On a unit that on a 3+, that unit suffers D3 mortal wounds in addition subtract 1. So on a 3+, you suffer
In
mortal wounds,
addition.
and then
Yep.
in addition
Yep,
you
still
also.
nice.
So there's, you don't die, but the storm's still blocking your
Yeah.
vision. I guess.
That's all it's.
Or some shit. I don't know. War. Gonna arcane bolt the wounded one. It goes off on a 10, so it's D6.
I'll try and stop it with the wounded one. Yeah, it goes off. One wound. No, it's disgusting resilient. Yep, affected them.
Go right. Three.
Yep, okay.
6. 9. Wounded one again.
Yep.
2 mortal wounds. Am I -1 to hit or not?
On which one? None of them -1. Cool. The plague bear's -1 shooting.
So you got 3 6
Reroll 6s to wound. Because I returned it back.
3 6 ups.
Yeah. 3 6s. So on the wounded one?
Yep.
Make 1, so 4 damage.
4 and then 8.
And
8 in total.
So 8.
Disgusting. Yeah. Orange.
So I'm going to make 3 more. So I'm going to take 5 wounds down to 1 wound left.
Yep.
15.
I think that's just making sure that's up for hero effects. Yeah. No, he's already covered. Did that and we did that. Cool. Alright. This guy's gonna walk 5 inches. He is also going to walk 4. So yeah. 3.
Yep.
These guys will. These guys will.
Just run through the meeting days, just like bounce it back. Might bounce twice sooner than me.
These guys. In. Shooting.
Yep.
So these guys are -1 to hit, yeah?
Yes.
So 5 from them. Nope. I still got this guy to move too. He's only got 6, right?
Yeah, it's half the move.
Half move, half charge.
Half move, half charge.
So 5 inches. Alright, rest of the shooting. Into the guy with 1 wound.
How many shots into?
4, 5, and 4. So 4 into Rodriguez,
Yep.
and 5 into the wounded guy.
Yep.
5. 2 mortal wounds.
Into Rodriguez.
No, No, into the other guy.
Yep.
And 1 wound.
Yep, reroll 6
This guy.
wound, yeah. Yeah, you remember that?
Yep.
So what do I got into Rodius?
This guy.
Oh, this guy?
1 6 up and 2 mortal wounds.
Okay, 6 up. Yep, makes it.
2
Then-
then 5 ups. But he's gonna fail, unfortunately. No. And then 4 in Rodius. No mortal wounds.
Yep.
6s reroll. 1.
So no more wounds and
Just 1.
1 save.
Yeah.
6 up. Oh,
2
discussing
damage.
your save. So 1 wound taken.
Cool.
Yeah.
Charges. These guys.
Yep, go for it.
How did we go? Did you get it?
Yeah, you got the first grade unclean one down.
Oh.
We'll see. We'll see if
This
you
guy?
can take the 3 VPs this time. It'll be very difficult, I think.
Yeah, because you got 40 models.
He needs to kill both of them to cap it.
These guys.
Yeah. Flavor is about to take a pounding. So what's the next up? This battle round
5.
so
Yeah.
1 more turn. Alright, key turns coming up.
Yeah.
Him.
Just putting as much as he possibly can.
This guy. Half.
Yeah.
Oh.
5 inches. 6 inches.
I'm gonna pop him right there.
Yeah, it's taken a while to freaking order this in. Look, we're still preparing it.
And then he'll pile in.
Yep. You just want to get within 6, right?
Yeah. Well, within 3 of the, because he's a wizard. So, we're like here.
That's not going to be within 3.
Yeah. Well, actually, if I move 3 to here, the base should be within 3. There.
3 to the center of the objective.
Yeah.
I don't know if we'll judge.
Come here, Tio.
Hmm?
Come here,
Hmm?
Tio. Here.
T.O.
So he's there.
3 inches
He's got a 3-inch pile.
and a 3-inch piling.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So if I'm here, I'm still within 3 of that.
Should be. So why don't you just remove that?
Because it's
Scene.
terrain. Scenery. Hold on. Oh, no.
Yeah, if you do a direct piling towards it.
So, like that.
Yeah. Yeah. Looks good.
As long as it's
Yeah,
split to
as long as
3.
they hit.
Because you've got him.
Yeah.
And then whatever else is left around there.
Yeah.
Isn't it
So-
6?
It's within 3 to count as 20 as a wizard.
Oh, okay.
So I need
Okay,
him to be there and to kind of make it harder for him to pile in.
Yeah.
Anyway, 3 and 4 all on the same profile. No negatives to hit. Just re-rolling wounds to 6.
Yes.
So 2. 3.
Reroll 6s. Yeah, that's 6.
3 at neg 1.
Here, take 1. That is 5 ups. Make 2.
2.
2. Discussing your zone. No, 2 on Sigmar.
Yep.
Another 2 on Sigmar. Any more attacks?
New.
Alright, so I'm going to attack with Plagueburst.
Yep.
Let's see, I'm going to pile in over there. And then there. Actually, I'm going to get closer. Pile in there. So I'll pile in that direction. And
Now you gotta go to the closest model.
that's right. You can't deliberately break coherence, yeah. You have to sort of.
You can.
You can, but
And then lose half a unit.
yeah, you don't want to do that.
And lose the whole unit, probably. The idea is to break coherency, so I don't lose the whole
Yeah.
unit. Alright. Let's see. That's good. Alright, attacks. I'm gonna get 1, 2, 3 on that. So 4 plus, 3 plus. There's 1 wound. Nope, takes a wound. Then I'm gonna get 1, 2, 3, 4 against the Fulminators. 4 plus, 3 plus 2 wounds. So I'll roll. And then I've got 2 attacks against the Castellan, I guess.
Like that.
Yeah, I like that. 2 hits, no wounds, and yeah, that's all.
That's it.
Yep.
So we'll go with these guys.
Yep.
Man, it's taking a while. Still haven't fixed it. Alright, there you go. Being picked up. On its way.
And reroll 6.
So you got 2 neg 1 3, 1 neg 1 1.
Say again, sorry?
2 at 3.
Make 3 damage, so 6s. Make 1, so 3 damage.
And then 1 damage.
That's fair. So 4 damage in total. 4 disgusting reserve. 2. So, and now we kill one. Is that all their attacks?
Yeah.
They did 2. Disappointed me.
Alright, great unclean one.
Great, unclean one. Alright, so it has the bell. It only gets to reroll. I've lost 1 great unclean one now, so it's only going to. Where is it? Reroll hit rolls 1, but I don't get to reroll wound rolls. So 4 attacks, hitting on 4s, rerolling 1s. Okay, so 2 hits. Then wounding on 3s, rerolling 1s. That is 2 at -1 damage.
4s.
Go on.
Yep, 1 damage.
Yep. And then I'm going to do the 3 attacks with the bar blade. Rerolling 1s. 1 hit, wounding on 3s. And then the Nurgling attacks. 5 plus 1 plus. 1 hit. 1 wound. Safe.
Yep.
Yep.
No range.
No range.
Cool. Rest of my pilot. Needs to be pilot.
Yep. So there's attacks.
4. On 3.
Yep.
And rerolling 6s. No,
2.
no range. Oh, 1 range. Roll your dice. Run 1 range.
Yep, so both fail. Damage.
1.
So, discussing resilient.
And these guys are out. They get to make a pile in if they're charged or not.
Yes.
Yeah.
So you get 1 special kill.
Keep him within 3. 1. 1.
Failed, discussing resilient. That's so that's.
Cool. And then this guy. Nothing.
Yep. So I'm not within 3 with bodies. I appreciate deliberately wanted to do that. Okay.
Oh yeah, I deliberately wanted to do that. There you go.
So what's the count?
So you're 20 and 20, and then you've got a couple of more levels.
Yeah.
So no scoring this point.
Yep. So bell shocks.
There you
Why
go.
did I lose on that many?
Don't know. A few, but not heaps.
Not heaps.
But yeah, minus 1 bravery.
Well, at least 10. So 3 plus 3 is 6 of bravery, 10. I think I lost 2 more this time. So
You lost
I
2
think-
from the fulminators, and then 2 from the Castellan. The 3. 2 and I think you only
none
lost
during
5.
shooting. So yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
Yep. Alright, are we good to, yeah?
4.
4. I get Tress. Alright.
Where's it going?
2. It's probably going. 2 is going that direction, 12 inches. So 12 inches, 12 inches. So it's going to be back to where that point was.
12.
Yeah.
12.
So it's going back to there.
So what's the score? Turn 5, huh?
So
Turn 5?
I can capture 1 point if you let me go first
And then that gives me a chance.
to get 3 with your people and your great unclaimed ones. Or
5 apiece. Wow.
Holy shit. They're not Hollywood in 18, are they?
not yet.
Oh, Yeah. What do you mean?
I might teleport him.
Oh, teleporting to them.
Possible. Wholly within 18 of the general area.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
Holy 18.
Yeah.
they
They are.
Which you want to do, Mike?
Because I think if I give you it, you're gonna score 3. I can't kill that much. I mean, it would require me killing him in the hero phase, doing a mad leap over there. And
Do you want to score the 1 or
sitting on
try
it.
for the 3?
Trying for the 3 will.
Statistically, trying for the 3. I've got more forces around here, around the point currently.
So it's 5/5.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if I score 1 point and you can't get the 3, you lose. If you just manage to score 1, or if you can't somehow score 1, or if you retreat these guys, it opens me up to come straight in and charge them.
Yes. Which
And it
means
makes it easier for me to get
numbers like plague bearers will die.
Yeah.
The idea would have to be get these 2 on there, make sure he's dead so you don't
So
get
you'd
20
have to be killing these things to open up the field.
Yeah. So it's wizards or artifacts power.
Counters 20.
Yeah. So
He's got an artifact of power
he's
as
got
well.
an artifact power. Okay.
So, not this one. I popped it on him because he's always teleporting.
Well, shit. I think I have to give you the turn. I don't have a choice.
Sure?
I don't have a choice.
You sure?
Well, unless you convince me otherwise.
I'm just saying.
Am I wrong? It's like, what? This would retreat there.
Capture your
Capture
1 point.
He's probably dead in
Yeah.
the hero phase. So it would be a 8-inch move plus a d6
We
swing.
can't come within 3 of him, so he'd have to die as well.
Yeah, I could kill him with something. Anything. He should die. I'll just play wind through it or something. We'll probably fail, but whatever. Let's just hope he dies anyway. If he dies,
And if you can't get within 3, it's only the 1 model.
and then you still got 20, and then you'll probably kill a full plate bros, and you got
And
that.
I got
and I
liberated.
think you'll just outnumber me, like pure outnumber me
Yeah.
if I run over there on turn 1.
Yeah.
So I don't think I'm gonna stop you getting 3 points in the next turn.
Mhm.
So I just gotta give you the 1 point, try to survive a turn, and then. But I think I'm screwed if I do, screwed up if I don't.
Damned if I do, damned if I don't.
Actually, what did you roll for the bounce?
2.
2. If you roll a 1, it's like. No.
Goes again.
1 point. Well, I can guarantee myself 1 point and then try and hold you down. So I'm gonna take it. I don't think
You are going to take it?
I'm gonna take it. Yeah. I don't think I can hold it off. I think it's impossible to hold it off.
You never know.
Can you
I'll
get-
take it off you. I mean, take it off you. Because if you have turn right now, all the
yeah.
plague bearers dead. You just retreat back there. You got 40 on the objective. I can't do shit.
Yeah.
But it's easier for me to get 2 models around your great unclaimed ones. Like how? Because are you going to be able to guarantee yourself within 3 at that point
With one of them, yes.
with one of them?
But it'll probably be dead in the shooting phase, maybe. Because you'll jump the Elector over, shoot it out, and that's probably the only model that's going to be alive within 6 inches of it. And I think you'll be able to shoot it off. 2 shooting phases of Raptor should be enough to do it. Because you haven't done a full Raptor into one twice.
No.
You haven't done that yet.
You split it up every time.
So I think it's dead if I go turn 2. Because it's dead now, probably. If I give you the turn, it's dead, and it's game over.
But if I can't, if I fail the teleport, they're not shooting twice.
They're already within 18 of that, so you
Yeah.
get shooting in her phase. then
In
you
this
shoot
one.
again. Yeah.
But if you
But then
take
it's game over. If you have a turn right now,
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
it'll
lose.
go well, yeah.
so,
No, he's right though. He's
so
right.
my only play is taking the turn, score my 1, and pray to God that I stop you scoring
Yeah.
3 points next
No, I think going first is the way to do it.
Yeah, alright.
All right, here we go.
So we'll start with, how many wounds left on him?
2.
2.
3. He's 7 wins.
Alright, so I'm going to cast, first one will be Arcane Bolt with Rodriguez. So Arcane Bolt's going to go off in a 5.
Okay.
Yep, 1 more wound. And then I'm going to cast his Deluge. Goes off in a 7.
And what's that one? That's
I roll 7 dice, each 4 plus d8.
different. Right. Try and unbind it.
8, unbound.
Massive.
Yep.
Massive.
Now these
And then I've got Plague Wind. Plague Wind goes off on a 9.
Yep.
So I draw a 14-inch line. So it's going to go through those 2 units.
Yep.
And it's going to be 2d3 on each unit. So 2d3 on that one. It's going to do 4. So dead. And then 2d3 on that one. It's going to be dead. Let's see if the 14 gets any more. Nah, it's going to be a straight line from the closest point. So So it's not going to take 4 meters. Alright. So he's got one more spell to cast.
Yep.
He's going to cast. He has. He's got that 7-inch range on, which isn't going to do shit. So Mystic Shield goes off.
Cool.
Mystic Shield on himself.
Yep.
And then, this flicks up. Rampant Disease, D3 units, 2 units. It's going to be the. He's got 4 wounds, right?
Mm-hmm.
And one's got 4 wounds left.
4 wins left. 2 wins left. Yes.
So Castle, 3 on the Castle,
Click them.
and then it's and Fulminators, D3 on the Fulminators. Actually, Raptors. Nah, well, Raptor's gonna shoot me. Those are gonna charge me. Yeah, Fulminators. 1 on the Fulminators. Alright, and then. Alright, do I want to use? So I've got 2 command points.
Probably just gonna dump the things over here, so.
Yep.
No. No.
Contagion points, I score 3. So I'm on 7 contagion points. What can I do with 7? I can get effective with now more.
What do you get? 3. I was I know in your deployment zone with the cannon metal.
So I'm going to summon an effective with now more. Costs 7 points. It has to be wholly within 12 and more than 9 inches away from you. So, more than 9 inches away and more than 1 inch away from any other scenery. So, yeah. I kind of want to do a run. Maybe charge the Raptors and then pile in, be within 3 at the end. Sneak move, but I'm not going to do it. Because I'll be within 7 inches when I do the charge.
Yeah.
So more than 9 inches away from the Raptors. 1 inch away from there. Right. That's my contagion point spent. And then, Hero Phase. Heal D3. On that Great Unclean one. 1.
So he's
Taken 1 wound.
and he gets full. There we go.
So, let's see. Alright, Moon Phase. So, the Plague Bearers. Let's see.
Still minus 1 to hit.
So, they're within 7 of this guy. So, they got +3 move.
So
That's us.
you're mate with food.
So, running D6 with the Plague Bearers.
Okay.
That's going to be 5 plus 5 plus 8 is 13.
Yep.
So 13.
How many command points? Yeah, 2. Uber Eats. I don't even know what an Uber Eat is. I've never had an Uber Eat. Honestly.
Just give me 15, man. Just give me
$35.
Alright, this Great Unclean one is going to run.
Do you think?
Actually, I need to
Actually, I've got you anyway.
space.
So got you.
This is 4 motor mouth inside.
Which is, so I need to move something like that.
DJ chicken.
Maybe I'll flip my Great Unclean one first. And then, alright, so running the Great Unclean one. So it's got an 8-inch move plus 1, which is 9 inches. So it's going to snake around through there somewhere. So I'm not going to make that change. I'm not going to make the fucking object.
You want a fork, Nick?
How are you gonna? You're gonna have to charge here. What are you doing?
That's yours.
What do I do?
Which one?
This one?
Okay.
I'll get your fork.
So yeah, the spell portal. If you had down that, it would have cost you a spell, but you would have been able to move straight through.
Yeah, I got a 9-inch move.
Good command point. 6 it. Make it a 6.
Yeah, I can do that kind of. Yeah, right. So minus 1 command point. So I'm gonna have 14 inches.
Still gonna be hard.
Yeah. So it should be about there. There we go. Rodigus is going to run.
Yep.
Is that within 3?
Nope.
Oh. Sorry. Extra bit.
You like heat out of 3. By like an extra inch.
Gonna need a charge in. Let's see. I'll save the command point for the rerollable charge. Rodigus will run. Actually, yeah, he'll run. That
1.
is 1. So, plus 3, 8, 9 inches. So 9 inches up to there. Alright. So, shooting phase. Now they can't shoot because they ran. But Rodigus has an ability. In your oh, that's in your face. It's not a shooting phase. Alright, so no shooting. Straight to charges. Alright, so Great Unclean One into the Raptors. Key charge right in. I'm gonna say Raptor. I feel the game's gonna be over after this turn. Like, after this combat phase.
Well, you're scared.
We're gonna figure it out, and then it's gonna be like, alright, this moves into this. I fucked down charge. It is pretty much game over. Because I think just the castle jumps into the objective. That'll be 20 models. Stays alive. And yeah. Alright. Here it is. I got 2 attempts at this. 7? That should make it. 7.5, easy. So move 7 up to there, be within half an inch, and that should be within half an inch of that. Yeah, is that half an inch? That should be a bit forward. Okay. That should carry that, so.
Yeah.
Right. Rodigus will charge into the Fulminators. 4 inches. I'll command point that. Yep, 8 inches, that'll make it. 8 inches, we'll get up to that. Alright, and then, do you have Overwatch with the Raptors?
Yes.
Yeah. 2 6s?
Yep.
So 4 more wounds. Disgusting Resilient. Take 1 of them, so I've taken 4 wounds now. And then,
Overwatch with the Draco.
Overwatch with Draco. Good try. Alright.
D6 model.
Because of with the safe.
Yeah.
Alright, I'll go with. I don't think you're going to do much to the Great Unclean One from the Raptors. So I'm going to go with Rodigus first. So Rodigus, is he within 7 of the other one?
With Moon?
Yeah, within 7. Or is it just out?
Just half.
Just out? Alright. So he doesn't get rerolls for this.
Yeah. Well, I'm good.
Oh, well, I can't activate and get any closer because the plague bear stopped me. So I've got 5 attacks with the Nara. Actually, before that, charging on a 4+, I do D3 mortal wounds. So D3, 4+, D3 on the Fulminators. There's 5 on 3 on the Fulminators. And then on 4+ Raptors, yep, Raptors take D3. That is 3 on the Raptors. Alright. Now I'm going to attack with the Null Rod. 5 attacks, hitting on 2s. Yep, not re-rolling. And then wounding on 3s. There we go. -1 rend, 2 damage. 2 damage? 2 damage, yeah. And then we've got the Fanged Maul, which is D3 attacks. 3 attacks. Hitting on 3s. There's 1 hit. Wounding on 2s. Wounds, -2 rend. 2 damage. Then the Host of Nurglings. 5+5+, 1 hit, 1 wound, 1 full arm save. Almost.
Oh!
Almost, but he's gonna cast your attacks back. Raptors, I guess.
One, two, three. 4 and 2.
Yep.
Fours. Or is it threes and fours? 4 and threes. 1.
One wound. 4 up armor. Mystic shield.
Huh?
Makes it.
Go away.
Alright. Is that it for your attacks with it? Alright, so Great Uncleaner, it's going to get. That suffered 4 wounds, so it's down to its next profile. It's going to get 3 attacks with its bar sword, hitting on 4s. 3 hits.
Nice.
Wounding on 3s. Just one. Minus 3 damage.
Got
3 damage.
1,
And then the
2,
bar
3.
blade, 3 attacks, hitting on 3s. Wounding on 3s. 2 at minus 1 damage.
5s. Saved.
Both, and then Nurglings. 1 hit with the Nurglings. 1 wound with the Nurglings. And that is all the attacks. Battle Shock on. Oh no, full names.
And then minus 1 to hit. And this way. Another Great Unclaimer. Rogus.
The attacks all the same. Oh no, you got decent damage.
Oh yeah, they are, but yeah, this is. Just 2 at minus 1 damage.
5 up. 5 both. 2 damage. So, successfully resilient. Make them, so 2 damage taken.
Yep. And your Baybearer. Will attack.
3 will attack.
Yep. Minus 1 to hit on the.
Yep, so 5 to hit. And 3 to wound. Wounds. Roll.
I want to reroll it.
Alright, that is the end of my turn. I'm fucking rapid or?
Yeah, rerollable.
Alright, Jim.
So 1 point.
1 point for mates. 6-5.
Man, this is so close, man.
It's a decent challenge, but I think you can do it.
I think the food's putting you off. I think you should just finish it off now. Your gravy is there, by the way.
Yeah.
So,
Within 3 inches. Yep. 1 more wound, and then that one.
One mortal wound, eh?
I don't think you can jump the raptors because of the way the board position is. I don't think you can jump the Castellan to make the raptors shoot.
Hello, what
But you need him to capture the objective.
and
So raptors won't be shooting.
Okay. Plus 1 to save on him.
You got 1 command point? Speak out loud so the stream knows what you think.
I'm going to pick myself and try and heal myself.
Yep.
No. I made that decision easier. One command point, maybe. I'm going to try and pray to teleport the Drac off. And he's gone.
7 inches just get another model on there, I guess.
Try to. Alright.
Hey, I forgot something.
No.
He's got the what do you call it?
Yeah.
It's done during battle shot phase. I don't want this because it's a side effect. It's called the endless gift.
Yeah.
The way the endless gift works is let's see, endless gift. At the start of the battle shock phase, roll dice for each wound allocated to this model during the same turn. On a 4+ the wound is healed. That's the reason I take this shit. Yep. So you've got 3 wounds that turn. On a 4+, I get them back. So just 1 wound. I'll be really cut if I I lose by 1 dice.
That would be hilarious. Movement. Castle will run. 5 spikes. Outside of 3. Shooting. There's no negatives to hit anymore, is there? Nope. Track off into the Great Unclinger. D3.
Hits. 2 good. Discussing resilient. Make a move.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 shots into it. 2 model wins.
If you're yep. And 4 armor saves. 3 armor saves. 3 armor saves. 6 up. Reroll the ones from Mystic Shield. No, level 3. So
8.
8 in total. 8. Disgusting or resilient. I think it's only during the combat phase it explodes on 6s. Yeah, so even if you shoot me while you're in bed, this. So 8 saves, 5 up. Gonna make 5 of them.
Wow.
So taking 5.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, I was gonna say.
Yeah, taking 5.
Charging. Yep.
Makes it. Yep, you're 1 inch away from the playground. Easy.
This guy.
Yep.
Oh. Ooh.
Ace.
6. 6.5.
6 is gonna get me right there.
Is it within a half? 6.5 if you got
Have a look.
6.5 should make it, yeah. Struggled piling with the rest, but yeah, we should make it 1 or 2 of them. Alright.
And this one.
Yep. So I can make me more useful. Alright.
Wow. Here you go.
So, yeah, second with them.
2 into them.
Yep.
Into that. 2 into the ground family. 3s. 1. Make 1.
Make 1, so 5 up. And 2
2.
damage. No, 2 damage taken.
And then the other guy. 4s. Nope.
My unit? Yep. I don't think the raptors, well, they could physically kill the Great Unclean One, so I'll attack the Great Unclean One onto the raptors. So, it's going to be 4 attacks with the dog, hitting on 4s, 2 hits, winning on 3s, 2 wounds, -1, 1 damage. 1 damage. And then 3 attacks with Barblade, hitting on 3s, winning on 3s, 2 wounds, -1, 1 damage. Got 1. And then 3 attacks with Nurglings, hitting on 5s, winning on 5s, 1 wound, no range, 1 damage. Yep, there we go. So, Relicta. Gotta write this down. 1 half for it, sorry. One hit. 1 wound. Make 1. 6 up. Nope. Damage. Damage 1. Disgusting resilient. Nope. It's 1 dice. GB. There we go. Alright, we up to Plague Bearers. Yeah, Plague Bearers are gonna get 1, 2 against the Liberators, hitting on Nut, and then 2 onto the Relicta. 2 hits. 2 wounds on the Relicta, no end.
Roll 1. He's dead. Good game.
Good game, sir.
No. Oh, that was awesome.
That was stupidly close, but yeah. I think possibly a charge from a full minute would have killed me.
Yeah.
I had 6 wounds left. I was like, shit myself after that.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
man,
suppose you had to
was-
get that Relicta in.
Yeah. That's it. Oh man.
That was a game, man. That was a game to watch. That
2 close.
was very close, man.
Well, if I took the stupid decision and tried to go like second for the 3 VPs,
Yeah, no.
I
Wouldn't
think
know,
that
he
would
wouldn't
have
know
been an
anything.
instant loss.
Yeah. Because, like you said, he would have shot you off.
Yeah. There wouldn't be a chance to take off. So. But that's a lot of tricksy things.